I'm just gonna hang out, everyone. This is just gonna be a super kick back and relax kind of session because everything was whack. Whoa! You can even see the background of my desktop, which is kind of weird. Oh, that's right. I remember every time you click outside of the window, it does something funny. So I'll have to make sure that I don't. Do that. Also, be very helpful to be able to do the thing on the screen properly. There. Now. So this is my big base. This is my really nice one. So last time I did a trip over on my little space shuttle. As you can see, my vehicle over here is flying. So that's helpful. Oh, it's flying because my space shuttle is right there, which is great. Exactly what we wanted. So speaking of bugs and glitches, so I've got my habitat that I'm going to bring over with me. These blocks that are sitting around in the middle of here, it's the wind blows them around. And this is me going into space. I'm only going a little bit into space. I'm just going into orbit. Nothing serious. Oh, I didn't need that over here. I don't remember bringing my habitat over here. Then again, this might not be the one that I thought it was. I thought I knew where I was, but I don't think this was the one I was working on. That's okay. This one has a habitat. We don't need to put another habitat down there. Technically, I can go to those other planets. But that's not the purpose of this particular mission. Is it this one? Well, try again. I think it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Because there are no habitats here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one that would work. And it's like, hey, this would make a nice little base. Let's move this here. And then when you press this button, it's like, boom, basified. Okay, so if I only have 2 more resin. Aha! I got 3 more resin. Good. So, on here. And then 2 here. And then research. To your compound. And that. And then we need some power. Let's make some power cells. Oh, hey, there's some power. Here, take that. I think there might actually be some little power things over there, but it's fine. We're gonna make 1 more tether. Battery. Now, it's going to be a small battery, so it's going to basically just be a little extra storage space for power. Don't know the power of the dark side. Oh, see, there was some tethers. Oh, whatever. Don't know the power of the dark side. Don't know the power of the dark side. I was listening to the Imperial March by Salvador earlier. That's why I'm saying that over and over. These were the compounds that I was mining earlier from the massive vein of compound that I found over there. So, that's weird. Because it's not snapping to the backside too. I'm pretty sure that means it's full. So, I think that I was thinking that I would go that way next, but let's go back the direction I came from when I was mining all of that compound. So I can show you what's over here. This is pretty laggy right now, and I think it's all because of... What? How did resin grow out of that? It's not even... Because I made that little landing thing right there. That's very strange. Okay, so this is the resin vein that was going to be next. There's some more compound. I'm not sure how I missed it. It might have fell through the ground. That's something that happens. The stuff just falls through the ground. Oh yeah, with this much lag, it's going to be kind of difficult to figure out what's getting scooped up, but whatever, it's cool. There was not this much resin around last time. Definitely not. I mean, I was like excited about the zone, but because there's resin up here on my thing, and that's definitely not possible. that, something changed because that's not how that was. Definitely not how that was last time. And so now that my backpack is full, every time I get something new from mining stuff, it's just gonna pop off and go poof, fall off to the side. So this is how I extend my zone a little bit. So when you press Control and the E, after you press E to start shaping terrain or mining, pressing Control lets you flatten it so that it can be an actual flat surface. So you can stand on it, it can be a wall, etc., etc. Okay. Now that I've got that and the other ones, I'll bring it back. Expand my base out just a little bit more. As you can see, this is a very relaxing game for me. Oh, here we go. This is a dust storm. I can tell this one from the color. And so, to avoid the dust storm, we go over here and hop on our little habitat. Run away! Run away! And unfortunately, there's just nothing that you can do. I mean, I've tried to survive these windstorms. It's not even worth trying. Okay, actually, this one looks like it's just gonna kind of skim by. It's not throwing the blocks. They're just cubes. It just throws big blocky cubes at you. We got the very outskirts of that. That wasn't a real one. False alarm. Okay, now I'm going to actually turn this one. Let's see, we've got research. We're going to do a vehicle bay. Should probably do a printer. Yeah, okay. We're going to do both. Because we've got some more resin on the other side too. So for the time being, oh, I'll just leave it over there. That'll be fine. That'll be fine just like that. And so if you press E, if you can't actually reach the if you can't actually reach the block of whatever it is that you're going for, normal, if you press E, sometimes you'll have the little halo come up around it so you can actually drag it really easily. Let's do one more, but where did I do it? Oh, I guess we're going to do oh yeah, because that one's like really close to this one over here. I don't usually do it like that, but so I don't need all of these right now, but it does help to have platforms because as you can see I have a ton of these things over here, and it does kind of help to have them situated and attached to something. I'm going over here mostly just to see if there's anything that I need to do it this way. You have to kind of walk around in order to figure out if there's stuff over here. There for a while it was loading a whole bunch of stuff even off in the distance, and unfortunately it made it lag really bad. So even though it doesn't show you a lot until you're right up on it, which is a little bit of a hassle. Between this and the lag of having everything generated and being able to see that far, I'll take this. Plus my lag's a little bit more right now just because I'm streaming. And actually we're doing pretty good for dropped frames, so that's exciting. Is this a thing, or... I never know if these actually have little pods underneath them. Haha, it does. Gimme. Yeah, that. I want it. Thank you. Oh, and I see some compound over there too. Actually, is that... No, that's not my cave. Never mind. Come with me, pod. But I have been up here. Because that's my work right there. Yeah, that was where some resin was. Looks like there's even some more still. It's okay, we're almost there. I can breathe again. And so we're bringing this pod back to research it and possibly get some cool stuff out of it, or if it was really exotic, it would mean we might even get some new technology out of it. I'm pretty sure I've gotten all the new technology. Let's look at it all right now. Pretty sure. Yay! More compound. That's what we needed. We needed a lot of it. Seems like we might have to make a trade platform to get rid of some of this. Some of this doesn't look familiar at all. Oh no, that's right. That's what that was. I thought that was an opening. It's not. That's the plant. That was where I got my first research pod from when I first got here. Oh, there is an actual opening right there. Let's see what's back there. Oh, fake out. It is a little hiding nook though. You could potentially hide from the windstorms in here, but not very well. Also, I think sometimes there's stuff hiding in here. Down on the ground. Can't be sure. Can't be sure until you dig it up. No. Never mind. It was worth a shot. Oh no. Okay. So, I thought that there was a cave system like right nearby, but I guess I was wrong. Is that what that is? I think so. I forget. Let's go. We'll just reacquaint ourselves with this whole zone. I don't remember creating this. Maybe I was trying to create a new why is my battery not giving power? What the hell's up with that? Okay. Alright, so not gonna let that get to us. Not a problem. Not even a problem. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep flattening this out. Oh, I must have mined something out of here and then was like, okay, well now I'll flatten it and this can be like a cubby hole. Either that or there was a windstorm the first time around and I was like, I need a place to hide. Sometimes it helps to just make a place to hide. this kind of sucks with no power. Let's see. What can I do about power? Not much, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna make a whole shit ton of power cells just because. That is the direction of the compound that I saw. So... Ooh. It's never a good idea to extend tethers all the way up the side of a mountain, because it's not actually that easy to get up a mountain like that. So although my first instinct is to put tethers out and just run up the side of the mountain, figure out what is up there, that's just not going to work this time. And I kind of just want to remove all of this and get a bunch of organic and then just run by. Not because I need the organic, but just because it's ridiculous. There's too much of it. It's in the way. Whoa, look at that. That's crazy. Also, I don't like placing these tether posts in the middle of these brushes like that, because it's sometimes you can't see them. Very frustrating. Never fun. I'm just flattening this out a little bit so that I don't get stuck in a ditch. Never fun. No one wants to get stuck in a ditch. Ugh, with the lag, sometimes it can be really rough. You figure out where you are and where you're going. But it's okay. We'll see what happens. As long as we don't get hit by the windstorm. Yeah, so the windstorms are pretty severe. There's that compound. So we're going to do as close as we can to a line between all these different zones. Why is it so hazy? It never looks like that. Oh, there's another spaceship over there. So anytime there's crashed spaceships like that, it means that there could be some really good stuff in it. Wow, I totally want to see what's over there just because it looks so interesting. But I found that that's not really a very good indicator. Interesting topology does not necessarily mean good stuff. If anybody's watching me, feel free to chit chat. If you don't know how to chat on a channel, you put in the same web address, the same URL as the channel, and then put /chat at the end of it. It took me forever to figure that out the first time around, so. And I'm drinking Mountain Dew. Tell me what you're drinking. So it looks to me like there's an opening over there inside the mountain, which is also really interesting. So the end result of this is that we made a good choice. This is a really cool spot to continue going this direction. However, it also means that we have to lay down a shit ton of tethers in a whole spider web design in order to visit all these places. And let me just tell you, I'm not a big fan of the tethers in a spiderweb design because A, lag, and B, tethers. I really want tethers everywhere. Just cover the whole planet in tethers. I need oxygen. There's oxygen right there, so if I actually needed oxygen. Oh, I see something special on See? That's kind of cool. And so when it pops off, it's actually a little bit bigger than it is on the tree. That's kind of neat. Ooh, spin back with a lot of lag. It's alright. Okay, so since I got that, and since I'm still kind of exploring, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to extend more tethers up that way just yet, because that was the only thing I saw of any real interest over here. But could be a good idea to continue this way. But don't go over the edge, because that's usually not a good idea. Oh, look at that. I mean, if topology was an indicator of cool stuff around, then I'd be like, yeah, this place is the shit. But it's okay. It's alright. It's cool. Oh, there's more power. So the real question is, are we going this way? I think we are. I think we're going this way. Yeah, this is some crazy topology right here. That looks almost like an opening. No, it's not. It's just a block. I know, I'm getting dizzy too. That's cool. I'm trying not to do that. Wow, this is like really sort of different looking than last time. Like the atmospherics of it are totally different this time. Very bizarre, very, very bizarre. Alright. So, there's some planes. So I'm just eating a little bit of power. It helps if you make the sound effects. I find. So we have some. This is a nice little spot. So it wouldn't actually protect you from the blocks during the windstorm, but like if there were attacking forces, it would be kind of cool. There's no attacking forces. That's one of the reasons I like this game. Is you're not constantly under the threat of combat and other terrifying things. Huh. Hey, look at that. Usually you have to dig the little pods out in order to get them out like that from those ones, but apparently that one doesn't require that. Sometimes if they're like right up at the surface, I'll show you what I mean. Like usually you have to kind of dig the little thing and be like, oh, there it is, and then grab it. But that one didn't need that. But I did it anyways. Because ha 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 ha. There's probably not much of anything good over here. But power, power. Remember I was saying I need more power? There is some power. There's enough that I can get a little bit of extra juice and bring it back with me. This is really bizarre. This whole zone is very different. Oh, these are technology bits. Nice. Nobody cares about organic. But we care about that. So we do want to stay away from that plant because I'm pretty sure that one, if you get too close, it like blows up, throws thorns at you or something. Something terrible. And get back over to the tether so we can overheat. See, there we go. Drop that over here. Let's get rid of these organic resources because we don't care. So the titanium, I'm not going to turn it into a tank right this moment, but usually that's what you do is turn it into an oxygen tank. So you can run around to have a little extra oxygen with it. Like I said, just when you think I don't have anything for power, you can find a spot where there's a whole shit ton of little power things all over. But this is a big interior cave. I'm wondering, some of these other entranceways have to go somewhere outside. I would think. Maybe not. I guess it's possible they just keep going down. That would be kind of crazy. It's its own little world. It's a lost world in the inside of a mountain. Mmm, tasty oxygen. It's like going to the oxygen bar. So that's what happens when you take the stuff off of it. Blow up. Spray stinky stuff back. Why is it so... Uh-oh. There's a sandstorm happening and... Oh, that's where I came from. Never mind. Okay. The sandstorm, however, means that there are threats coming this way. Maybe possibly we can avoid them if we just stay in here long enough. And now the sun is up. We can actually see what the heck is going on. Okay, now I want to get all 4 of these pods, including the technological pod, and bring them back to be researched. Because by researching them, I will get cool shit. With the technological pod, normally I would get something like the design for a truck, or a shuttle, or a spacecraft. But since I've already got all of those things, it's entirely possible that I won't get it. It'll literally cycle through a bunch of options of things that I could get, and then it will end up with a big fat no. You don't need anything. You don't need anything at all. I'm not going to grab the oxygen because I don't really need it, and I just spent all that time exploring in there, and I didn't even use it, so. And so half of this game is just grabbing the things and moving them around. I know that seems kind of silly, but it's actually very peaceful. Very calming. It's my space Zen garden. Space Zen garden. Zen garden on other planets. Video game has nice calm music too, so that's another reason why I enjoy just hanging out and playing it. It's very soothing. It's very zen. I mean, that's just the deal. It is the Zen garden in space. Because sometimes you're just stressed out, can't handle anything, and all you want to do is shape terrain and go pick up research pods. I think that seems logical. Not in any way undue or untoward. Oops. Woo! Oh, more titanium. So titanium is, as it says, rare. And so it's not like I could use it to make an oxygen tank, which is helpful. But there it is. It's working. But since I don't need an oxygen tank, and I don't need any more oxygen tanks after this, um, why is this not working? Why isn't this working? Can't see what's going on. Why? Okay, that is weird. And see, this is what I'm talking about. See, it's cycling all through all these different things that I could possibly get, but I've already got them. Why are they taking so long for it to... it's got... I don't understand why it's not pulling the power from this, or why it's not refilling the battery. This is very bizarre. This is not how this is supposed to behave. At least I don't think so. Oh no, I'm so confused. Yay, hydrazine. So hydrazine is the fuel used for the spaceship and the shuttle. So that's the shuttle that I used to get over here. The spaceship is pretty much the same thing, but bigger. And aluminum. So the aluminum is used to make the vehicle bay platform, and also to make the wind vanes, which is really helpful from all the windy weather, because that's how you get your power back. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening right now. So, oh, this is just weird. Yeah, this is totally weird, because I thought that this was supposed to do that first, but apparently not, and that's really bizarre. So what I'm going to do is use these aluminums to make a vehicle bay. Now that's going to do two things. It's going to allow me to make another vehicle if I want. I've also found that it only allows you to make one vehicle per vehicle bay. And then after that, it seems to lock it down. Like, it sort of locks down your previously crafted vehicles. So that they don't function. They don't work. They still use power as though they're attempting to function, but they don't work. So, if I wanted to build a rover, I would throw some compound down. Actually, that might be one of the better ideas. If I want a truck, I need some more aluminum. I can make another shuttle with some compound. Or I can make a spaceship with some copper. feel like the best idea would be a truck, but I don't have the aluminum to do that right now. And yeah, and I don't know exactly where to get some copper right now unless I make a trade platform. I don't want to do that either. Wow, I've done really, really well for no dropped frames. The signal strength tonight's been really, really good. So, boy, oh boy, I have a ton of compound. Probably should have made a trade platform. Heck with it. I'm making a rover. Probably gonna have to move this post. Oh boy. Okay. All right, and because I don't have another seat around, I'm going to make one seat. And if I had my printer ready, I would make some storage for this. But yeah, unfortunately, does not look like it. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but I got a shit ton of compound. Nothing I can really do with it. Okay, where is my habitat? I could technically jump inside of the shuttle and be safe, but I prefer to be in the habitat. Things get a little bit wild during the windstorms. See, this one didn't blow around any big cube blocks. It did have a weird color to it. It was very orange. It's still very orange. I don't really know what I want. To be entirely honest, I don't know. I thought I knew, but I don't. And the reason I'm taking both of those is because that rover is going to need some power. So I'm going to hook the battery onto it, and I'll just show you. Hook the battery. Hook the solar on top. Hook this on the front. Like that. And then it will recharge itself, sort of. Wow, this is real slow. I'm going to go up here and see if I haven't already snagged this thing. The pod from this thing, actually. Probably have it, though. Oh yeah, we all figured it out. Okay. So, I could go over there and grab some more compound, but as we pointed out, I have more than enough compound. So what I'm going to do instead is keep going that direction-ish But I'm going to head over to the spacecraft. Whoa. And try not to fall in the hole. Because it looks like that hole is a gaping chasm of a thing that when you fall down it, you die. Because I've done that many times. Okay. And if I run out of power, there's my fill-up station. Oh, hey, look, another thing of compound. Wow. Boy, oh boy. Good thing the only thing I need is compound. Yeah, so I basically haven't used any power so far from the rover's reserves for the battery, and that's because I've got the solar panel and the wind, little windmill thing hooked up to it. So it refuels the power just by running around. As long as it's daytime, and as long as there's even the slightest bit of a little bit of wind up. Okay. This should be interesting. So yeah, that thing over there. That thing over there is a compound. Compound. Wow, it's a good thing we really needed compound. Ooh, I think I might also do that way over into the. All right, gotta do this quickly before I lose my sunlight. It will be gone very soon. R. Here we go. Oh no, now it's using the power. Hmm. What's up? A Michelle 1-2. I am playing Astroneer. Thanks for joining. So I'm just cordoning off this area with some tethers so that I can use the power from the rover while I dig this up because I want what's inside. Because it's usually good stuff. usually. And I never know exactly where it is in these things because it's in a different spot for every spaceship. And like with this one, I suspect it's on the inside. Um, like up on the interior. Probably down here on the bottom. Okay, so we're out of power in both my own backpack as well as the rover. So let's move this guy a little bit. Yeah, and I have no idea where exactly the cargo is at. It's different with every spaceship, I think. Or these are just different spaceships than the first ones that I was used to. Either way, I'm just not sure where to look. I think I'm supposed to look up on the inside of that, but I don't know. Yeah, because I really want to be able to see down inside of it, but I don't know if I can. I'm doing this as a temporary measure. Let's see if we can see what we can see. See if we can see anything at all. Hey, remember what I was saying about those chairs? Apparently we didn't need to build one. Whatever, cool. Okay. See how I kind of lean over to look inside? It's not like that's going to help me, but, you know. It's nice. Wow. Okay. There we go. That's all I needed to do. So we've got aluminum, titanium, and organic, which we really definitely do not need right now. So organic is like, it's you can use it in your little tiny generator to produce a little bit of power. But otherwise, the only thing it's really good for is to trade. If you use a trading platform to get other stuff, you can use it to build up your reserves, so to speak. So since I want to put this right here, I wonder if I can. Yeah, I can use both. That's funny. I can use either one. We're gonna go both directions. I wonder what happens if I got one person on one and the other person on the other trying to drive different directions. That would be funny. Ah! We totally stalled. Hang on. It'll come back. Haha. Okay, so we're gonna head back to base camp. It means I'm gonna sever my energy output for these little tethers over here. But that's okay because we're going to take this stuff back and um, and that's how we're going to do it. Technically, I could refill some power too, but oh, actually, this little chasm-y thing over here might be a good entrance to go down. That's the thing, is there's tons of little entrances, and you never really know if it's like a real entrance down into a cave system or if it's just like an open chasm in the ground, like that only goes down so far. But if it goes far enough, you'll fall into it and die. Yeah, that one looks like it might actually be a pretty decent opening. So I'll probably have to come back. Yeah, because like right now I'm trying to avoid falling into. Ah, no. So many, many, many times so far, I have driven my truck or my rover and flipped it up, and I completely flipped the whole thing. And when you when you tip it up over 90 degrees up from its normal position, it launches you out of it into the spot where you would normally be standing. Luckily, for the most part, that's not a problem. Every once in a while, it can be a little troublesome, a little problematic. There's also supposed to be a glitch, some kind of weird bug that happens if you use the chair as like its own uh, vehicle. Like launch the chair up into the air. Oh, that's the other thing that happens when you come back to your base and it tries to connect from the launch. It'll try it with this one, I think. Oh no, only with the front. When it tries to connect for the tube thing, which is like a power connector sort of thing. When it attempts to connect and can't, it or when it attempts to connect and there's something on the front or the back of it, it'll just pop that thing off. I think that's frustrating. Oh hey, okay. So the other one was like built right onto the rover. That's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick break so I can use the restroom, and I'll be right back. So hang out for a minute. I'm back. Easy peasy. I just had to use the restroom. So, okay, so, what do I want to do? What about this? Let's leave this stuff here. We've got enough storage space now that I can leave all of these here. I'll leave some of these compound blocks here, but most of them I'm going to bring with me. Thanks for the host program. I'm going to bring most of these compound bits with me back to my other base. Oh, you know what? Let's bring the titanium too. Just because I don't actually need all this compound here, and as we just showed over and over, also we don't need that beacon here because we have a habitat, and once you have a habitat, that shows up just as well from the sky when you're landing to find a spot. Okay. And so the rest of these I'm just gonna nail down. Whoop. Looks like we got a windstorm coming. So, yeah, look at that. Windstorm. So, I'm going to hop into my habitat, let this thing pass, and then I'll jump into my shuttle and pop back over to my main base, and then drop off that big thing of compound. I don't know what I'll do after that. See what I'm talking about with how crazy these windstorms can get? I'm kind of hoping it'll throw the blocks around. Can you hear me? No? Okay, so these are like not very serious windstorms. Because they can get a lot crazier than that. A lot crazier. Throwing the blocks around. Shit. It's crazy. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I guess I'll just hop into my shuttle and go. Technically, I could go up and visit the moon. There's probably enough hydrogen up there. I could probably just do it and come back. We'll go visit my moon bases. Maybe I need some compound on the moon bases. So you wait until you get up into orbit, and then you get this little orange button. And so then you look around and see if you can pop out to the moon. It's called barren. So the other thing I could do is go to tundra or I forget the name of this one. Arid. Arid. I don't know about arid, but I do have a base on exotic, which is that one over there, and I forget the name of that one. But Terran is the main planet. Tundra is the super cold planet. Barren is the moon. We're gonna go to Barren because I've got some moon bases. And then exotic is the other one. It's a little bit like Terran, but it's got some weird atmosphere and so as you can see, there's one base. I think I might have two of them. I know for sure I've got that one. There's not many zones to drop down, like landing sites on the moon. And apparently, I don't know what it is that creates new little domes like that. I know a habitat comes up as the little house symbol, and then when you drop a beacon, it comes up as a little symbol letting you know. But I don't know what it is that creates the other extra domes. So as you can see, yeah, there's only like 3 spots that you can drop down here on the moon. So I'll wait until it comes back around over here. And then I do have 2 vehicles. One of them is probably a ship or a shuttle. Yep. One of them is a shuttle, and the other one. One is a shuttle. There. I don't see another vehicle. Huh. Unless it's hidden down underground. I don't know. Oh yeah, and we have a fuel condenser, so we have more than enough fuel to propel up into space again. I like being on the moon. It's very peaceful. Just like that. So, here on the moon, we have a mine right here by the base, underground. And I've got tons of little tethers going all over this spot. I still don't see another vehicle, and it showed 2 vehicles. That's what the three dot symbol is. Are vehicles that are sitting around on the planet. Oh look! There's the regular planet. Hi planet. Hi. Okay, see you later. was some laterite over there. And I think that this is the entranceway into the other side of the cave. That wasn't too wonderful. I still have my titanium with me. Oh, hey, that's a good reason to use some of that compound. Make some more tethers and excavate. Okay, well, let's go to the other side and do it. Well, do we have tethers? We do! Good. I'm kind of hoping that I'll find another cavern opening by doing this. It's not very likely, but sometimes. Oh, or like that. I found some compound. And I'll just gobble it up. Gobble, gobble, gobble. My nose is starting to itch, so if you see me rubbing at my nose, I'm sorry. I apologize. So that's the other reason to randomly excavate, is to find random mineral resources. Actually, I'm not even entirely sure what compound is supposed to be. If I had to guess, I would say it's like some kind of let's see, it wouldn't be a resin because that's what resin is. I don't know. I don't know. So like, I would think of resin as sort of an oil-based, you know, poly resin compound. I don't know. I don't know actually what these are supposed to be. Compound and resin are the two that are like, I'm not actually sure what they are, and like what they would be made from chemically in the real world. Like some kind of oil-based plastic or something. I'm not sure. I'm really, really, really not sure. And so, because I made those, and they were my gun, the backside of my gun was located below the ground, it then falls into the ground and falls through somewhere down here. which is so sad that I basically just lose the compound. That's one of the things I don't like about this, is that when you've mined enough that your backpack is full, the ones that you mine after that launch themselves off of your backpack or off the backside of the gun, and they basically fall into the ground inside the land, and if there's a chasm below they'll fall into it, but if not then it's like this, where I had some compound, it was definitely there, and now it's not. It was attached to the backside of my gun, and it's gone. So, there you have it, folks. That's how you lose the stuff that you're mining. It didn't do it that time. I was hoping it would, just to prove my point, but whatever, it's cool. It's fine. Great. Alright, at this point I'm just wasting time down here. So, I'll drop this compound out here, and I'm going to keep placing some tethers, and I'm just going to keep working my way that way around this edge of the big mountain that's on the backside of my base. Yeah, so that mountain is like right up against the backside of my base. And as you can see, I have tons of research material to bring back with me. There might be something up there on the on the mountainside that I can't see until I get up there, but I'm not worried about it. I'd rather come over here and grab this stuff. So there's not many organic things to grab on the moon, but those grassy things right there are one of the few. And then that up there on top of the rock is a research pod thing. I don't know if those are just yellow blocks. Yeah, I think they're just yellow blocks. Ooh, that yellow over there, I think is something fancy. Yay! This is kind of the easy portion of this, where you just run around and grab the research materials from on top of the And if you can't grab them right away, you just press E, so you get your gun. You can grab them from all sorts of different distances. This. Oh. Just like that. Grab up the little research pods and bring them back home. So these you can attach to the vehicles, but only if you have 2 of those little slots open. I'm actually going to run back to our map so we can just fill up my entire tank and run back out. Luckily, it doesn't look like these pointy things can hurt you when you're in here. That was one of my big concerns when I first started running around inside these spots, was like, oh my gosh, that looks dangerous. Maybe it's possible for it to, you fall on it, something. No. At least not that I know of. That would be kind of a terrible way to learn that things don't work that way, is, get skewered by a random stony bit on the moon. Skewered by a stony bit on the moon. There's a story in there somewhere, I'm sure. Okay, I don't want to keep running around like that. I want to come back to a spot that's closer. Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna make some more tethers. Heck with it, we're gonna make 2 more sets of tethers. Oh. And let's see if it works. Ha ha ha. So that's the fun part about grabbing your gun, is that you can be way over here. And oh no, the rest of them are too far away. You can be way over here and still grab them though. See what I was talking about with the openings? That's one right there. It goes underground, which means there's probably some decent minerals under there. I think I grabbed up all the research here, so now I will take these a little chain back to base camp. And research them and figure out what they can give us. Hopefully something fun. we'll put it right there. Why not? We're also going to run this fuel condenser. That's the other thing that happens is you think you're spinning it one direction and then it starts going crazy like that and you realize that you have no idea which direction it is spinning until it stops. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that I did is I brought a habitat pod here and then stuck it down and it was like separate from everything else. I'm not sure why that happened, but that's how that worked. And as you can see, sometimes titanium is really not all that rare. No, it's just because we're we're in a zone where it's a little more common. And when I say a little more common, what I really mean is, and actually like, I think it was from the base that I made on the exotic planet. There's seriously so much titanium, it was ridiculous. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of exactly like that. Compound. And I'm pretty sure this is the last research. Okay. So, a whole bunch of things that I don't technically need right this moment. Hey, there's another one of these just randomly placed power things that's not even used. So, yeah, I don't actually need any more platforms for anything here. This one's messy. I mean, this one is like so messy. But I think this is the first time I ever made a moon base too, so yeah, it's really messy. Okay, wow, I really have to do some cleanup here because this is like so messy. Let's put some titanium over here. Around here. Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like there's so much going on, and yet. Oh, so there's a generator. There's a generator for organic. Do like this. And start producing energy. Just like that. Wow, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, I basically just want to trade this, uh, all this titanium, because I don't think I can use that much. I don't even think I have a need for all that titanium. Um, Yeah, it's ridiculous. That is a lot of titanium. I really don't have that much need for that. So titanium can be used to make an oxygen tank. And then recently they've added a winch that you can make with it. And even though I haven't figured out exactly what the winch does or how it works, I think what it is it's um, something to help you like grab a hold of stuff that's a little further away than you can get to or whatever. Um, but I tried using it once already, and I really couldn't figure it out. Um, I couldn't figure out how to get it to like return to like if it's meant to um, grab something and pull it back to you. I couldn't really figure out how that was supposed to do that. Um, it didn't look like it was very easy. I'm not even entirely convinced that it's possible, but I think it could be maybe possible, but I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that looks like a hole up here. And if it's a hole, I want to know what's in it. Hello? Hello? Oh, laterite. That means I probably already grabbed it. And resin? Sure. Oh. So I could bring some tethers up this way in order to fix that up. How do I do? So as you can see, I've got two shuttles here, and the reason for that was because I thought what I could do is use the lunar base as a sort of launching point for my spaceship to go to the exotic planet and other sorts of zones. It kind of works. I mean, it's an idea. It's maybe not the best idea, but it is an idea. And I carried it out. So, whatever. So, whatever. See why this is the Zen garden? It's lovely. It's just lovely. It's so calm and peaceful. Okay, I feel like that's enough for it. And I'm just going to stay here on the moon base. So I don't think that the moon has the wind that the main planet does. The exotic planet has some crazy killer wind too. Um, so that's another one of those where you have to like um, have a habitat on hand to run away and flee. And so what I'm doing right now is just wasting time, wasting time, wasting time. So I think I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to leave my little dude here on the moon base. I'm gonna leave my dude here on the moon base. My little Astroneer space knot dude. And that's what I'm gonna do. So that was fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know I had a fun time. And now, now everything is gonna be like, we can't figure out what to do. Okay. So that was Astroneer. I like playing it. I think it's pretty fun. And the other one that I like playing is Shadowrun Hong Kong. So I say the only one I like playing is. I don't really play video games. I really don't. Like, ever. Um, and it's just not. It's not what I do. Like, it's just not my MO most of the time. But like with Astroneer, it's super relaxing and fun without being like crazy and scary and your life is in danger and all of that. Wow, it looks like everything is just, which is fine, I guess. I'll just live with it. In any case, I guess I'll stop the stream there. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for checking this out, and make sure to check my Twitters, twitter.com/Xidoraven, Xidoraven, because I now have the the link up for the PDF document for the gaming minis that that I just started last night, started creating. This is like the third batch, so it's not like I just started that. But this is the batch that I'm going to make out here. I'll say this much: I need some help. I'm looking for housing, affordable housing, and along with that, I need to get the rest of my stuff moved out here. And U-Haul will ship it, but it costs $1,900. So that's why I put a GoFundMe campaign together. And if you can help, if this is the sort of thing that you want to see more of, either video games or me making minis or making artwork for maps or creating adventure content, please feel free to donate to that GoFundMe campaign so I can get the rest of my stuff out here. And then anything that's used that I make beyond that, it's going to be used for housing and for getting stuff established so that I can keep doing this. Because I want to keep streaming as much as I can and make as much content as I can and share it all. So I shall bid you all farewell. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you again later.